So now all I'm going to do is cut this end off here. And you guys ought to try to grow one of these. I'm going to show you mine that I have growing downstairs. I don't know if it's going to work, but it is growing a little bit. But you just take this, and you can set it in water, or you can set it in some soil. I did it both ways. I like it in the soil better. So I'll show you that here in a minute. So just go through and do your cuts. Trim it, clean them up a little bit. And you definitely want to use this part. Dry this too. This is the best for cooking. I love to use this stuff in soups. But I got a little tool here, or I got a little gadget here, the Vidalia Wizard, that I'm going to see how well it works with these guys. Been using it for other things, so just going to take, and you can cut them by hand. It's not a big deal. But I was going to try to speed up the process a little bit and see if this works. You set them, there's two types of grids that come with the Vidalia Wizard chopper. I'm doing the smallest one so it dries down the quickest. Just put them on there. Slap it down. It is a little noisy, but it's hard to do at all. I'm going to show you here. Look how nice. Look how nice that's chopping them. Even. They all should dry out about the same. This way. Put that back on. Let's do a little bit more. You guys get the idea, right? Pretty nice. I like things that simplify, make things a little quicker. Since this stuff is a little softer, it's a little easier in here. And if you don't put too many in, you can do it on one like this. Watch. You just put a couple in at a time. Goes a little better. See. So I'm going to go ahead and finish all these and get them all put away, and I'm going to show you when I get done when I get them placed on the dehydrator rack. And then I'm going to show you what I've done a batch already, and I'll show you what they dehydrate down to, because it's amazing. It really is. We'll be right back. Alright, I think I got enough for one tray, or maybe two trays. You guys, look how nice that is. Check it out. And I use these plastic canvases that you can get at the craft store. I kind of cut them to fit around there, kind of hold them in, because once it's dry, they're going to dry down quite a bit. Just spread them on there. Spread them kind of thin because I have several trays I can use. My dehydrator is not very pretty, but we got 4 trays, and I put some empty ones in between it to maybe help that dry a little quicker. So yeah, there you go. Easy to do, easy project. Just do it. On how long it takes to dry, I don't remember on my first batch. I just made sure it was really dry, and it might actually vary with your dehydrator, and also it's going to vary with where you're at, where you live, on how fast it dries. So just kind of keep an eye on it. Maybe do it in the morning or do it at night and let it run overnight. One thing about this is, sure, it's using electricity, but like in the wintertime, it's also heating at the same time. So I think that's a good thing. I need a new one. My husband says it's pretty ugly. It is, but these things, as they age, they turn yellow. It's funny, this one didn't turn yellow right here. But anyway, I'm getting off track. But yeah, so just to let you know that I don't know how long, I can't remember. I think I ran mine all day one day, and then they felt dry enough, so then I was done. I think it was started at 10 maybe in the morning till maybe 9 at night, and it varies. It's going to vary on the thickness of the celery and everything, so keep that in mind. Okay, so I come down here in my plant room, and we're going to try to get some roots on this before I put it in the soil. And then I'll show you one that I got growing already. Basically, I'm just taking some warm tea water, set it in there, just like that, and let's see what happens. I'm going to put it under the lights now. Okay, now I see a lot of people doing this, but you know, in all honesty, I'm not having real good luck regrowing it. This one here was the one placed in water, and then I decided to move it, but look what happened. It's rotten, so it's coming out. This one here I put directly in the soil, and it does have, you know, some celery coming out, but it doesn't look all that great. You know what I think I'm going to do, since that one looks really bad? I'm just going to go ahead and put this one directly in the soil. This time I'm going to do something a little different. I'm going to put the soil on the bottom, and I'm going to put some pea gravel in the top. I like experimenting, so this is what I'm going to do. Actually, then we'll plant this one. I would suggest probably rehydrating this one back a little bit before you put it in the soil. I mean, this is something to try. You know, you guys, you never know if it's going to work if you don't try, right? Okay, from here, we're just going to water it in. So maybe this might help prevent them from rotting so bad. Celery is mainly made of water, so we'll see what happens with this method. Okay, so I went upstairs, and this was last time's batch, and I wanted to show you what it dries down to. One large head of celery. This is an 8-ounce jar right here. This is one head of celery, guys. Look how much it dried down. These would be great. This is a great project for you to do in the wintertime. Do it with your kids. And dry some of the things you buy and store them in jars, because honestly, it looks good. It really does. And hopefully, you know, if you keep your jar good and tight, you can get sealers to seal them up a little better. But if you think you're going to be using it right away, you shouldn't have any problem. So I wanted to share that with you guys today.